Aloha, namaste. I am really happy to have an Instagram live today with my friend Nikki Lanigan. She is a wealth of knowledge on everything from yoga to fitness to Ayurveda to nutrition, you name it. And before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that today's subject will be focused on the head and headaches. So if you've had any kind of headache pain, whether it's in your sinuses or back here, or just like that stress tension headache, that's what we will be addressing today. So I'm going to go ahead and invite her in. I'm seeing some friends here. I love when you share where you're joining from. I see my beautiful friend Rezi, who's joining from Phoenix, Cindy from Hawaii. So please just jump on in and let us know where you're joining us. Nikki Lanigan. If you don't already follow her, please go ahead and follow her at Nikki Lanigan Yoga and Wellness. There she is. Hi,
Hi.
how are
H-
you?
Good. How are you? Thank you
I'm
for
doing
having
great.
me.
Of course. So I was just sharing with everyone a little bit about your bio and how you teach like everything, um, yoga and HIIT and bar and nutrition and Ayurvedic teachings and Akashic records. And oh my goodness, the list goes on and on.
Yes. Well, I just finished the training for Ayurvedic alchemy and with Reiki and Akashic records, and I'm really excited about that. Something I just got into, and then it fell in my lap, like seeing the training, and I jumped on it. But
Um,
yeah.
for those who don't know, can you just kind of explain or define what Ayurveda is, just like a general concept, and then also Akashic records?
Yeah. Well, Ayurveda is like it's like with the seasons, there's like doshas, kappas, and you eat with what you are. Like if you're pitta or something, you eat um I run very cold. So even though I love my smoothies, they just don't agree with me. So I need to eat warming foods. And then Akashic records. It's a type of energy work, and I teach it I guide my students and clients to use their own inner wisdom and their own inner guidance and their intuition from themselves. And you, I guess it's kind of like Reiki, but you go in and you see what your spirit guides want to show you. And a lot of it can be like past traumas or healing from that aspect.
I love it. I love it. So I grew up with all of this,
Hmm.
and sometimes I'll just start speaking about it very quickly, like, oh, the Akashic Records. And people look at me like I have five heads. And I'm like, oh, wait, let me slow down
Yeah.
and explain. So thank you for sharing that. And so, as you know, I'm launching a new platform May 1st, Desi Body Mind, and I'm going to have a lot of videos on there for many different things that we kind of face as human beings, and especially in the body. And when there's pain in a certain place, how do we address
Hmm.
pain or sensitivities, or just to help heal in general? And so you and I were corresponding a little bit about headaches, and I was about to like create this whole sequence, and then I backed up and I'm like, wait, you are such a wealth of knowledge. I wanted to bring in your knowledge and experience, and also invite you to guide us through meditation after we just chat about headache pain for a little while.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I am so honored and I am so excited for your platform to drop. I've been
Oh, thank
following
you.
you. I have your books and I am so excited.
Oh, you're the best. And then, Nikki, tell me, so I know that you sometimes, as we all do, experience headache pain. When you
Hmm.
experience headache, is it here? Is it here? Is it back here?
So this is since I was in high school, I would get migraines, but like every so often, like very rarely. It'd be like once every 4 or 5 months. And then in my 30s and early 40s, I never got them. And then all of a sudden I turned 45 in December. And this year I'm getting them all the time. And they're like, it's always on my left side.
Mm.
And it's like behind my left eye and my left eyebrow.
And do you get a twitch as well, or no? Like the little eye twitch?
I get my vision in both eyes goes blurry.
Mm, okay. Okay. So as we know, there are many different things that can cause headaches. It can be anything from stress to lack of sleep, lack of hydration. But also we need to talk about, when we are women of a certain age,
Hmm.
there's of course hormonal shifts. And just like when I know you're a mom, so you'll understand this, just like when you're pregnant, there can be like some gnarly migraines in the first trimester.
Hmm.
Same thing when there's the like perimenopausal shift and things start to move around. So we can experience headaches in different places, within the head. Sometimes it's within the sinuses, and we feel it like a lot in the cheeks or up here, like in the forehead. Other times, I hear people that experience the pain almost in the ear, and it's all kind of, you know, related when we talk about ear, nose, and throat. Obviously, all of these structures and those the vestibular receptors, it's close to the brain and close to where headache pain can live. And then additionally, we've got in the back of the skull, if everyone can just take your thumbs and feel the back of your skull, you'll feel a ridge there. And that ridge at the bottom, if you can run your thumbs from the center of your head out towards your ear and just kind of press up under that ridge, that's the occipital ridge, and we can get a lot of pain there as well. So when we feel the pain in the occipital ridge, generally that it can be stress, of course, but it can be muscular tension. And so doing things like releasing the neck, and especially there's great big muscles on the side of our neck. It's called sternocleidomastoid, SCM. We see that jump out when you see bodybuilders like, or like you're really mad, like the Hulk. Um, this guy, if that's holding on to tension, and this is where we're going to get a little esoteric, and I'm going to invite Nikki to speak about this. But when this guy pops and we're not aware of it, it's usually words left unspoken.
Hmm.
So, Nikki, can you jump in there and just talk a little bit about like what have you seen in your clients or people that you work with when they don't speak their truth?
Um, well, that's your throat tracker right there. You could get, if that's blocked, you're not speaking your truth, you're not standing up for yourself. You can also get dental problems, or it could be overactive and you're opinionated and you're putting your foot in your mouth. So it can go the opposite too. But then also it's neck tension, and then it goes down to your shoulders, and you also get a lot of earaches.
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
very accustomed to working with folks not necessarily setting healthy boundaries and a lot of empaths, but for sure on the other end of the spectrum, it can be like uh, overexerting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's through here, and then again, as we kind of go up into the ears and the vestibular receptors, sometimes we get those headaches where you can almost feel it like in your temples.
Hmm.
So what we can do there is if you bring your thumb and your index finger onto your ear lobes, and I do this in yoga sometimes as an adjustment in Shavasana, pull your earlobes down and slightly out. And it's like, ah.
Yeah, I
It
felt
just feels
that.
so good. Yeah. Yeah. It's really subtle, but that will help to take away some of the tension through here. And so, what I see with that is also getting into the esoteric teachings. It it manifests sometimes when we don't want to hear what's going on around us. It's like, oh, I don't even want to
Hmm.
hear that. And what is happening often comes through in our language. And so we say things like that, like, "Oh, tell it to the hand." Um, so can you talk a little bit about inner wisdom and inner hearing, especially as it relates to the healing arts that you've studied so extensively?
Yeah. Um, so then that brings us to the next chakra, the third eye. And that is your, like you said, inner wisdom, inner healer, listening to yourself, honoring yourself, not belittling yourself. And then that's the same thing, like you could get tension headaches there. And I think ear pain also. And then there's something else I wanted to say. The tension headaches or sometimes or like brain fog. Exactly. Brain
Yes.
fog.
Totally, totally. And thank you for bringing up the chakras because when we talk about, like the throat chakra, this is also where the thyroid gland lives. And when we
Mhm.
talk about the third eye, this is back in there is where the pituitary lives. So this also brings us back to the conversation about hormones. And it isn't always just the sex hormones. We talk a lot about estrogen, progesterone, all the things, but we've got thyroxine and I can't remember what the pituitary releases off the top of my head, but every gland in our body has hormonal control. So it's interesting to me to kind of look at what are some of the things that we can do when we have this pain. Of course, we can do the little pull, we can do
Mhm.
massage, we can rub the occipital ridge, we can use some ice. Um, Additionally, though, I would recommend pulling back from light stimulation and sound stimulation because it's so common to have what's called photophobia, which is like when the lights just bother you when you've got a headache, or sonophobia when like the music is playing and you're like, oh my gosh, just turn it off already.
Mhm.
Um, and so additionally, I truly believe in meditation and the power of the mind to help heal the body. So I'd like to invite you to share anything else that you'd like to about headaches in general, perhaps how you experience them and what you do for them. And then if you could guide us into meditation, I would
Yes,
so appreciate
absolutely.
that.
Well, when I have been doing with my headaches, I've been saying a lot of affirmations and then also meditations. I meditate every day, but I wasn't always a meditator. It came really hard for me just because, anxiety and a busy mind. Even when I started doing my yoga teacher training 7, 8 years ago, meditation still wasn't easy, but I knew the power of it. So I kept coming back. I kept trying. I would do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so now it is a part of my day. It is a everyday thing for me. When I do have my migraines and they've been like debilitating lately, I have to lay on the couch and then I do have my eye mask ice pack on
Mhm.
and I do meditate in my mind. And I like to do, and this is what I will guide us to, like envisioning the pain and it's a shape and color. And I like to do that. And then you could call on Archangel Michael if you don't believe in archangels or you don't want to do that way. You could just envision a vacuum cleaner, sucking the pain away or the tension. So that's what I like to do.
I love that. I love that. So when we first connected about doing this and kind of offering some relief for pain, especially as it relates to headaches, we kept it very light via email for those of
Hmm.
you listening to us at home or at work or in the car. And it's always such an adventure to see kind of like where healers go. So I'm on the ride, and you're speaking my language when you start to speak about archangels and all the things.
Good. I like, I think we talked about this the last time, but I had back pain, and that's when I found Kundalini,
Mm.
and it really helped, like doing fists of anger and meditating and like clearing your low back is anger, and it's also your abundance. So it helped clear that for me.
Nice. Yes. And so different parts of the body store different emotions, experiences, whether it's trauma or joy.
Mhm.
So, yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
All right. So we go within.
Yep. You could come to whatever is comfortable. If you want to lay down, you can lay down. If you want to be seated in a chair, have your feet planted firmly, or even easy pose, seated on the ground with your legs crossed. If it's comfortable, you could bring your eyes to close. You could bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Bring your shoulders up to your ears, roll them down and back. Maybe move your jaw from side to side. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Loud, audible exhale through your mouth. Start to take a scan of your body. See if there's any tightness in your neck, in your shoulders, in your head or temples. Any stress, anxiety, worry, overwhelm. You could see it and give it a color and a shape, just something, whatever comes naturally and first to you. If nothing comes, don't judge yourself. You can call on Archangel Michael to come, or just a vacuum cleaner. On your inhale, breathing in, exhale, releasing that stress, that tension, letting it go, seeing it leave your body. Thanking Archangel Michael, or turning off the vacuum cleaner. You could leave your hand on your heart. Now take your hand above your head, just floating above your head. See a gold, bright, healing, light energy flowing from your hand, coming down your head, down your temples, your neck, your shoulders, melting away tension and stress, cleansing and clearing you. That golden healing light now is going into the top of your head, your crown chakra. You could bring both hands down to your lap now, palms facing up. It's going through your third eye, cleansing, clearing, releasing, putting healing, loving energy throughout your mind, your brain, coming down your throat, your neck, your shoulders. This healing light is enveloping you, relaxing you. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top for 3. Unless you're pregnant, then just long, slow, deep breaths. Inhale. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Loud, audible exhale through your mouth. Hold it at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hold it at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Breathe in. Hold it. And out. Hold it at the bottom. Start to come into your own breath, breathing in and out your nose. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center and start to rub your palms together, creating some energy. Bring your hands to stillness. Float them over the sides of your head, your temples, sending love and light. Bring them in front of your face, kind of your forehead, your third eye, and your eyes, sending love and light. And lastly, you can bring them over the top of your head, kind of like a halo, like a little arc, sending love and light. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands down. You could slowly blink your eyes open, coming back to your surrounding, coming back to the noises you hear, the sights you see, and the smells. Thank you.
Thank you. That was lovely. Ah, so it's always sort of a delicate balance as to like how deep to go into esoteric teachings when we're talking about different things that can occur or manifest in the body. So for example, if there's shoulder pain, is it because you're shouldering too much responsibility, or is it because you just tweaked your shoulder and you
Right.
slept on it funny? There's like kind of a spectrum, if you will, of like, how deep is it? Is this something that's coming from my soul, or is this just like, oh, I kind of cranked it? And, and what I love about the meditation that you guided us through is that no matter why this headache is showing up, if it's showing up as a teacher and saying, hey, I need some changes when it comes to the way that I think or express or process, or if it's
Mhm.
just saying, like, could you drink some more water?
Yeah.
It
Hmm.
can be very mundane, or it can be very deep. And again, what I love about the meditation that you shared is that it it can work for both.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I really come from a place like I have a lot of family and aunts that are nurses, so I really believe in Eastern and Western medicine, and I like to blend them together. So
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah,
where I
beautifully.
come from.
And
Hmm.
and why not? We live, I think, in this world, especially, I don't want to get deep into politics, but everything is
Hmm.
so polarized, and it's A or B. And
Yeah.
why can't we have
Hmm.
both? Like, why
Yeah.
can't we take the both of best of both worlds?
Hmm. Exactly.
Nice. Okay. Well, Nikki, thank you so much for sharing your
Thank
wisdom and your
you.
meditation. And can you please share with everyone a little bit more about how folks can work with you one-on-one, as well as your pages, your podcast, all the things?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a podcast and Desi has been on it. Thank you so much. It's called Fit, Fun, and Frazzled. You can listen to it on Apple, Spotify, my YouTube channel, Nikki Yoga and Wellness. My Instagram pages are Nikki Lanigan Yoga and Wellness, and then I have Fit, Fun, and Frazzled podcast. And I kind of am on TikTok a little. I have a 13-year-old and well, she's probably gonna see this. She's not keen with me on TikTok, so I go back and forth with TikTok. But yeah, I'm launching a program in May, Strong Body, Calm Mind, and it's 6 week digital program. It has yoga, meditation, breath work, EFT tapping, and then also some sculpting. And then I'm starting to launch, if anyone wants to get on my newsletter, I'm doing discovery calls for working one-on-one in Ayurvedic alchemy.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. And again, thank you so much. Oh, nice. We're getting some nice comments, Nikki, just so you know, people are thanking you,
Oh,
especially for the meditation.
oh, great. You guys are welcome. Sorry, I wasn't even like reading them. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, all good. All right, so everyone go follow Nikki Lanigan, follow both of her pages, listen to her podcast. And for those of you who are looking for a one-on-one coach, she's fabulous. And again, I love the blend of the Eastern and the Western, not just through medicine, but also through movement. When you see someone who mixes something like bar with Kundalini yoga, that's just cool. So enjoy.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Hey, that was fun.